relatively short journey today, 78 miles. From Chambry to the Matterhorn it was 160 miles, so I just decided to split it. When we get to the next park up, I need to, there's an issue with the gas and the 230 volts not working either, so I've got work ahead of me once I get to the next location, but I'll keep you informed. Good evening, we're at Salon-Chaise, I had to remember them, and we parked up in a Carrefour car park, and this is us for tonight. This lovely Carrefour car park, and we're surrounded by shops, outlets. This place is on Park for Night. They let you park free, and look what's in the background. That is Montblanc. Wow, what a sight, eh? And the mountains around here are absolutely phenomenal. We came through amazing scenes, amazing views, amazing vistas all the way from Chambry, which is where we came from this morning. But the views are absolutely spectacular. It's pretty much in the dark, but there's one up there as well. We've had a walk around this place. It's just a big shopping mall, really. I spoke to the Spanish guy over there. He's just stayed 2 nights in here without anyone saying anything, so there's hope for us yet. It might be a bit noisier, but we'll be okay. Yeah, Mont Blanc in the distance there, in the snow. If it's anything like it tomorrow, I shall try and take some more video tomorrow when the clouds hopefully disappeared a little bit. So I've been having issues with the gas. It smelled like it was leaking, so I did the washing up liquid test. There's no leaks, no bubbles. I tested every single joint, and there's nothing. So I don't know what it is. It's when I change over from the Moroccan bottle, because we're trying to run the Moroccan bottle down still. When we change over from the Moroccan bottle to the gas low system, there's a slight whiff of gas. So basically, when I've run out the Moroccan bottle, I'm just going to turn it off and not use it. We're using it now to run it down to nothing, and then that'll be that. And the issue with the 240, well, that's still ongoing. We went to bed last night, and I turned off the TV and turned off the Fire Stick, and then just thought nothing of it. Got up this morning, tried Alexa to work, and Alexa wouldn't work. So obviously something was wrong. Went through all the tests, all the cables, looked at everything, checked all the fuses, and it turned out that power's going into the inverter, but there's no 240 coming out of the 2 plugs. So I phoned up L&B, who installed it. Really helpful, by the way, really helpful. And I called Lee Bryant was on the end of the phone, and he was on holiday. You know, all fair to him. Really good, really good service. But we went through all the tests that I'd done, and he had a few ideas himself. At the end of the day, we couldn't suss it out. Power goes into the inverter, master switch is on, power goes into the inverter, the green LED at the bottom is on, the red LED at the bottom is not on, so that tells us, as per the instruction, there's not a fault anywhere, but yet power doesn't come out the 2 plugs. So I got the email address of the manufacturer from Lee, and then I emailed them just to let them know what's happening, and they emailed straight back and said make a video of the voltage going into the inverter and the inverter not working, basically. So mains power on, sorry, consume unit on, master switch on, power switch on the inverter, plug something in, Alexa for instance, get Alexa to work, and obviously Alexa doesn't work. So that's what we did, that's what I did, and I've sent that video off and I've yet to get a reply, but then again they did reply, you know, straight away, the tech people on the end of the phone, so that was really good. I was expecting a 2 or 3 day turnaround. So we'll see what comes of that, but that means that powering our 240, as in the TV, the Fire Stick, and more importantly my laptop for editing, is going to be problematic. Of course, what we could do is we could stay in campsites, but that's going to be more expensive. We just have to see how it goes. But from this location, tomorrow we go to the Matterhorn tomorrow. Yeah, we go to the Matterhorn tomorrow, and then we stay there overnight. And then from the Matterhorn we then go around and make our way to Fussen. But more about that later. I'm going to get off now because I'm getting some stairs, but you always do when you make a film. I'm going to leave you with that lovely view once more of Mont Blanc. Wow, absolutely fantastic. Yeah. So we've now left the last campsite. It was a bit of a noisy night, cars moving in and out, and just lads behaving like lads about 11:30, 12 o'clock last night with the scooters and bangers and things like that. So not really a good night's sleep last night. But as we leave Carrefour and head towards the Matterhorn, we get the final views of Mont Blanc. We've got to find a dump station, we'll do all the normal stuff. We need fuel before we get to the Matterhorn. Then we may stay at the Matterhorn car park, or we may stay in a campsite, depends how we feel. But what a view, eh? You can actually see where people have walked up right at the top. With the naked eye you can see tracks going up to the top. So we're just about to go under Tunnel de Mont Blanc. So the waterfall there, Wendy? Yeah. We just thought I'd give you final shots of Mont Blanc at this side before we're into the tunnel.
So here we are going through the Tunnel Mont Blanc. Just as a heads up, it costs you €70.40 one way.
I think it's 7 miles off. I think it's like literally 7 miles off tunnel.
Yeah.
Aye, so that's probably the longest tunnel I've ever been through. I think it's about 7 miles. Like Wendy said, it's almost €80, so it's not cheap. And I don't know, naively, or not as the case may be, we only found out the price when we actually got to the toll booth. The views around here are absolutely spectacular. I'm going to take you to that. Look at that. It's the top of Mont Blanc, and Wendy's just walking back. She's been doing some photography. And this waterfall to the left hand side of all the snow. Hi babe. Hello. All the snow coming off the tops. It's just amazing. Look at that for a view. Now you can tell in the winter, when this is all snowed over, that there's some hell of a force goes down there. All the way down into the valley. We're going to make our way down that valley and then out to the Matterhorn. But yeah, it really leaves you in awe. Look at the glacier. a bit speechless actually, because of how beautiful it all is. So we're now in Italy. It says there, Wendy, see the sign? So we're now border crossing into Italy from France. It's quite staggering actually, the view. Cable car, there is a cable car, baby. That's a cable car station there. And it takes you all the way up there, probably up to the ski resorts.
That one?
Which one?
Goes that way. See the EA7?
Oh yeah, I can see that, yeah. And then up that one as well. Oh, time to move on. Oh, there's a cable car going up, mate.
Yeah.
See it? There's a bit of a queue, 3/4 of an hour to queue up to get through from the French side, and it's queuing up a switchback, so it wasn't pleasant, but we got there. But this journey is just amazing. That's the glacier up there, Wendy.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. On the other side, it was a funny colour.
Yeah, got
it
you.
Looked like volcanic.
It's almost grey, isn't it?
Yeah, looked like volcanic.
Yeah.
Osnabrück.
So here we are, and yes, that is the Matterhorn. And look at this park, car park facing the Matterhorn, and you can see the Matterhorn out of our bedroom window. How fantastic is that? So as you would guess, surrounded by mountains, but we've done a hell of a climb to get here. Basically this is the end of the valley for motor vehicles. You can go on with adventure bikes, and you can, there's trucks and there's other 4x4s gone further on up the valley, but there's nothing much more than track. After that village there, it turns into track, and that's the end of the valley up there. Pretty spectacular, isn't it? And to say we've got the motorhome park there. Wendy's found some information. Other fellow motorhomers here. This is where we intend to spend the night. Oh my word! Oh. So we were umming and ahhing whether to actually stay here because our cassette toilet's nearly full. But this is an absolute godsend. Look at that there. Wow. So we'll go and empty the toilet down there. Oh. And then we'll go for a walk down to the pub and do what we like to do, take in the view and have a couple of pints. Do you know, we've seen some spectacular views on this journey that we've been going through for the last almost 3 months. But such contrast with the arid deserts of the Sahara to the Alps, having gone through the Atlas Mountains and the Pyrenees. These dwarf anything that we've seen. And because we're in July and it was a hard winter, all the waterfalls are in full flow. So the thing that camera doesn't possibly pick up is the amount of small waterfalls just coming off the top. This is a card location as well. I'm going to tell you more about the cards when I make a video about it, but that'll happen when I get back home, because I need to fully explain what I'm on about. And then when I say this is a card location, it'll become more obvious what I'm talking about, but I'll keep it till a later video. Right, let's do some admin, shall we? So on the way to the pub, we've just stumbled on an old disused bobsleigh run. It's down here. You see the wall in between the trees? It curves all the way around and down the other side. It's not been used for a lot of years though. So we've just walked round the hills down to the village and down here, and this is a result of an absolute monsoon that was about 2 weeks ago. All this here came from out of the town, from cellars and from through the roads, because the river with the monsoon and the snow melting burst its banks, and they had a small catastrophe. Now this is running quickly now, but yeah, there's a massive amount of damage done, and all this here, all this pile of stuff here, is all as a result of the damage caused by the water. And that's, like I say, huge. I mean, that's half as much as what it was as what was washed through the town itself. Must have been very noisy and very scary. But all this lot here, I mean, look, they're chucking skis away, and skis and snow boots all getting thrown away. Is that? It's broke. I don't know. It's ski wax. What's this here? Yeah, nice little box that. Look at the state of this. I mean, it's absolutely terrible.
Ski poles, skis. I bet they're all disappeared as well.
Yeah. No, generator. Holy fuck. All written off. All written off for the insurance. Probably. Whoa.
Take one of those to Daniel, look. Ski school.
Oh yeah. Daniel needs one of those.
Just for you, Daniel.
Just for you, Dan.
No, take one. Take one and give it to him when I get home. This is his ski school.
Oh, bloody hell.
Glasses.
Yeah. Cool, how you play?
Red Bull fridge.
All ruined by, I mean, the skis are not ruined, they'll clean up, they'll clean off. Because I don't know why they're dumped there.
Well, people just come up and do it.
Yeah. But yeah.
Bloody fridges.
Yeah.
I mean, sunbeds and everything.
Well, it must have been a hell of
I
a...
don't see why they're being thrown away though. They're reusable.
It must have been a hell of a mess. It's like fire damage, only mud damage.
Clay. It's just
Clay.
like clay.
Wow. Poor people, eh? And now these trucks are going backwards and forwards up to a old quarry that's up in the mountains there, taking all that sludge back up to the quarries. Oh my god, look at the car.
It's been buried.
Yeah. What a shame.
We've seen earthquake, we've seen fire, we've seen floods.
Yeah.
Now we've seen mudslides.
Yeah. Wow. Well, must have been absolutely torrential. So it's a good job we did our filming yesterday and we had a good look around the town, because the weather closed in last night and it rained, and now we're left with this heavy cloud, so you can't see the Matterhorn anymore. So we're leaving this place now, which has been a fantastic, nice and quiet camp, no disturbing overnight, and we're going to move on to Lugano. We made use of the dump station, but today we've taken the choice of we've emptied out the grey water, and we've put 2 bottles of cheap Coke in each grey water tank, obviously putting them down the sink, because the grey water from the sink is starting to smell a lot, so we're trying to clear it out. Coke might work. We're going to put it in now, do the drive, and then empty it out the other end so it's all slushed around, and we'll see how it goes. I'll keep you informed. The 240 or 230 from the inverter is not working, so we've been talking with the experts who produce the inverter, and I had to do various multimeter tests, prove them evidence, and it turns out that power is going into the inverter like we said, but not coming out the other end, not coming out the 2 plugs. He can't explain it over the phone and I definitely can't work it out why it's not working. There's no fuse on the outside, all the fuses are on the inside, and on the inverter there's a green and red light, and when you first turn it on, the green and red light comes on and then the red goes out almost straight away, which by the instructions is the right thing to do. And then the green stays on, and the beep sounds happens just like it's done throughout the whole of the trip, and the plugs don't work, and we've tried various plugs. We haven't just tried one. TV, fire stick, charger for the Hoover, toothbrush chargers, all that kind of thing, just to make sure it's not just the one item that's gone. So now we've supplied the evidence, I'm going to wait for his reply to come back to find out what we're going to do about it. It might mean we've not got 230 for the rest of the trip, which means we're going to go into camps more to charge laptops and just watch TV. We can still watch the iPad, but it's just something we haven't got. So I'm going to go now, and I'm going to put these bottles in the recycle, and then we're going to be on our way to Lake Lugano. That's 160 miles, so we might stop on the way, see how I feel, but until then, from what you can't see of the Matterhorn today, goodbye from Italy.
It's a very strange feeling. It feels like we're leaving skiing. I guess that's because it is a ski village in the winter.
After 200 yards, turn right, SR46, via Roma.
These roads are quite thin, but it's alright. They really are. I know, to compare with Bavarian villages is an easy thing to do, but and that's what we've experienced in the past, but they are so much like the old Bavarian buildings in Germany. Following this German lad down here. We both did the dump station and then left, so he's on his way God knows where. He's from Germany, you can tell by the registration plate. Isn't this picturesque? You'll be forgiven for thinking you're in the other side of the Alps in Bavaria. This is about 20 miles up this valley to get to the Matterhorn, and then inevitably it's 20 miles back the other way to the motorway, and when we get down the bottom we're going to basically turn left and head towards Switzerland. there today. Wendy's feeling a bit chilly. I think it's the coolest it's been on all trip. What do you say it was temperature?
11 degrees.
11 degrees!
It's warmer in my house in the UK.
We were considering, I think 2,000 metres we just stayed at last night. And you get these lovely switchbacks all the way down, which again, we've done quite a lot of, so we're not unused to doing them. As long as you don't let the queue of cars behind you get under your skin, you're all right. Don't let them push you. Don't let them speed you up.
Okay, so we are now entering Switzerland, and if you don't know, you have to pay for road tax to be able to drive on their roads.
How much was it? 40 euros?
40 euros.
Into Switzerland, first things first, everything's really expensive. We just paid for road tax, and then we went to look at fuel, albeit in a motorway service station. How much was it, Wendy?
It was £2.15 a litre for diesel.
£2.15 a litre. That's outrageous. That is Lake Lugano, we think.
Yeah, however you pronounce it. I'm not quite sure how you pronounce it. Lugano.
It's all very picturesque. So we're going to head towards Lucerne. And again, Lucerne, Lake Lucerne. And the place we're going to stay hopefully at is a paid air with a reduced price. Which is about £15 a night. If that doesn't work out, I've got a campsite as well as a second choice, just in case. But we shall see about this place first. So this is Lake Lugano, as we now know. I came to visit Lake Lugano many years ago with my parents. I must have been about 10 or 11 years old on a Wallace Arnold tour.